straight from the soul with it. Yeah. So former Laker Byron Scott was on the George Sedano podcast with another special guest in studio, Ramona Shelburne, and they were discussing the reports of Lakers possibly traded for Trevor Ariza. George Sedano stated it was a lot of scuttlebutt going on about Trevor Ariza, and I'm like, what in the dog doodle is scuttlebutt? Like, who says stuff like that? But anyway, so George Sedano expressed how much of a huge impact Trevor Ariza would have on the Lakers if he were to be traded there. George Sedano asked Byron Scott if Trevor Ariza was traded to the Lakers from just a basketball fit or a basketball standpoint, how does he feel about that trade? How does he think that will work with the Lakers? So here's Byron Scott's exact quote. He stated, just a basketball fit. Let's just take a look at this. Trevor Ariza leaves Houston. Where is Houston at right now as far as record wise? He's a glue type guy. He doesn't need the ball. He's got championship experience. The guy can guard 2 or 3 different positions. He can knock down shots on a consistent basis. He defends his butt off every single night. When I saw that they were thinking about this, or the talks were in the work of getting in Trevor Ariza, I was like, this will be great. The guy knows how to play basketball. The guy takes a lot of pressure off of LeBron at the end of the game on the defensive end, especially so LeBron could rest on that end of the floor. He don't have to guard the best player every single night. So I love it. I think it would be tremendous for the Lakers, and I agree with you. If he gets here, if they get this done, the Lakers definitely, I think, will be in the Western Conference Finals. So Ramona Shelburne then asked Byron Scott, what would that do for the rotation and balancing out the minute with the young guys? And Byron Scott basically told her they got to figure it out. And I'm like, Ramona Shelburne, clearly, like, that's what they would have to do. But if you guys would like to hear the full audio, the link is in the description box. I think Trevor Ariza would be one of the best additions for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I honestly believe the Lakers will become a top 5 defensive team if they were to add Trevor Ariza, simply due to his defensive presence. A very good 3-and-D role player. And what I think people are failing to realize is Trevor Ariza played with Luke Walton. So they will have chemistry, and they both have a different type of relationship that would translate over to the entire team. They both have competed for an NBA title together, and they could pass that experience and knowledge over to the players. You add that with LeBron James, who's won 3 championships, JaVale McGee, who's won 2 championships with the Warriors, and he's become a very reliable rim protector and shot blocker. Then you add that with Rajon Rondo championship experience and his high-level basketball IQ. I think the Lakers will be a huge problem for a lot of teams defensively. Honestly, I really think they'll seriously be a defensive threat. Even coming off the bench and Trevor Ariza playing with that second unit, once JaVale McGee goes to the bench, him and Tyson Chandler together, and Tyson Chandler with his great communication skills, on defense, I think teams will be in a lot of trouble. As far as the Western Conference Finals, I'm just not sold on that yet. I predicted in the beginning of the season that the Lakers would finish anywhere from a 6 to a 7 seed. And that's just based on the roster that they started the season off with. And I'm still not that far off because the Lakers currently have a 5th seed right now, and you never know how the year could play out if they don't, add Trevor Ariza. But I said that it would change, obviously, if they made a trade. And if they trade for Trevor Ariza, I believe the Lakers will be anywhere from a top 3 to a top 4 seed, obviously. But I think if you want to be guaranteed a Western Conference position, trading for Anthony Davis guarantees you that. He guarantees you a Western Conference matchup with the Warriors. Guaranteed. I think Anthony Davis make the Lakers stack, especially if they somehow can keep Kyle Kuzma and Josh Hart in that deal, which I don't believe they will. I just don't see Brandon Ingram and LeBron James fitting well because Brandon Ingram is a consistent 3-point shooter, and he already said he's not going to come off the bench. And if he does come off the bench, he's going to have a problem with that. Not getting minutes. And LeBron needs that, 3-point specialist in the lineup, on each side of the wing. Those are his 2 best weapons for greatness. Also, LeBron is the type of person who picks up off of energy. He feeds off of other people's energy around him and follow waves. So Trevor Ariza may elevate LeBron to want to play somewhat more defense. I mean, Byron Scott kind of pushed it, saying LeBron James guards the best players. I don't see that every night, or I don't see that for the most part any night. Ball head is definitely pushing it. But Western Conference Finals, nah, bruh, not yet. Trade for Anthony Davis, then the conversation changes. As far as the Houston Rockets, I think the Houston Rockets are just figuring things out. I don't think that they're going to finish all the way below like they have. But, I could see them climbing back up. I think that as we start to head towards the All-Star break, I believe that Mike D'Antoni has proven that he'll figure things out, and they'll figure it out because it's an offense-driven league now. You can barely touch players. The foul calls, the no hand checking, and the way you can barely touch players. It's a new rule, Adam Silver that implemented. So it's going to be relatively easy for the Houston Rockets to turn it around just on how potent they are offensively with James Harden and, Eric Gordon and Chris Paul. They'll figure it out. And by the All-Star break, they'll start to win more games. And then, heading towards the playoffs, I think they'll win more games as well. Adrian Wojnarowski saying that the Lakers could trade for Anthony Davis next year. No. I don't see the Lakers waiting until 2019. I wouldn't recommend it because you risk somebody having a chance to trade for Anthony Davis. Then it's like a high chance we miss out on the top free agent 2019. Let's say the young guys possibly work out, but let's say they possibly don't. So to me, I will pull the trigger because you don't know. If you can get Anthony Davis, get him. And Anthony Davis, bro, what did I tell you, bro? What did I tell you? Nobody respects a Pelican, bro. Maybe if they would have kept the name Hornets, you might scare somebody, bro, because trust me, look, I don't like hornets. I don't like bees. I don't like wasps. But, bruh, a pelican? You from Chirac, bruh. You from Chicago. Chirac. Where they catch more bodies than the soldiers in Iraq. Nah, bruh. You can't be no thug pelican. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think if the Lakers trade for Trevor Ariza, they make the Western Conference Finals, or is Byron Scott going too far? Y'all let me know. Y'all get in the comment box. Y'all like, share, subscribe. And a side note, y'all start telling me Kobe Bryant ain't coming back and I need to start. I need to let it go. And, listen, when y'all start giving me donations, I stop saying Kobe's coming back. But until then, he's coming back. And guess what? Also, by the way, Phil Jackson was seen at a Lakers practice. So he could be making a comeback. So y'all keep your eyes open, people. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out. Oh.